Okay, once again, we are talking about the review. This is the final of 3 videos, so if you're finding this one first, please go back and look at the other videos before you continue. But this is the 3rd in the series. We just finished talking about Richier's L'Orage, and now we are moving to Henry Moore's working model for reclining figure. So some things that you want to think about in relation to this one. This is brass. It represents sort of body again, as we talked about the fact that European artists are thinking more about the body in relationship to the events of World War II. You also have what seems to be a reclining figure, but at the same time, it looks like there's an exterior and an interior to the body, right? And it's an abstracted shape, but definitely references body, is also perhaps referencing the idea of meat, the objectification of the body, thinking about things like the odalisque, etc. It's bronze, which is significant because it's making reference back to the sculpture of ancient Greece. So then we have Francis Bacon's study of a baboon. And Francis Bacon is, through his work, blurring the line between the more elevated human form with the forms of animals, and saying that maybe man is more beast-like than previously thought. So there's he sort of wants to take man down a notch in his thinking. And this is Lucian Freud's Interior Paddington from 1951. Lucian Freud was the grandson of Sigmund Freud, and he's sort of interested in the psychological aspects of the portrayals of his paintings. Later on, he would go on to make some extremely fleshy, gorgeous, painterly, figurative works, painting through the 2000s until his death. They're gorgeous. You want to think about the relationship to photography. The same thing with Francis Bacon. There's a relationship with photography there, but in a different way than what had previously been done. So rather than thinking about photography as something that can free up people to use abstract forms, they're thinking about the psychological effects of sort of like a hyperrealism, etc. So that's a really short video, but I just wanted to be able to hit all of the ones that we went through. Pierce, if you're watching this last video, you need to watch John Cage's 433. And when you're watching John Cage's 433, you should think about that in relationship to just sort of the Black Mountain College movement. You want to think about the fact that he influences Fluxus and performance art going forward. And you want to think about that in relationship to audience and what is happening. Where is the piece located? It's clearly located in the concept rather than the execution, right? There's not really a skill in execution, but it's more about making the audience or the viewer aware of themselves and their participation in the creation of a piece. All right, thank you.